Hello. Um, my name is Oreo Shioshu, and welcome to my debut stream. First things first. Hello. I hope my audio works and sounds good. I'm naturally pretty quiet, so I had to fiddle around with my microphone stuff, but I think I got it correctly. And this is my debut stream. It's probably going to be kind of short compared to what I'll usually be streaming, mostly because I'll probably be streaming a lot of video games, and those take some time to play. And I don't really have anything planned today other than my introduction. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. Okay. First, intro page. So, once again, my name is Oriel Shioshu. It's French, obviously. Maybe not, obviously, if you don't know French. But the first name, Oriel, means gold in some capacity, I believe. And that was chosen because of my beautiful golden eyes. Oh, once my mouth tracking isn't very good right now. I'm still tweaking everything with my model, and also my eyes kind of bug out sometimes. But that's just part of the learning experience. I did rig this myself, and I'm pretty proud with how it turned out, given such a small time frame I gave myself. But yeah, that's just a heads up. My birthday is November 8th. There's a specific reason I chose. Hold on. I'm getting flooded by my microphone. Okay, that's better. So there's a specific reason I chose November 8th, but I kind of want people to find that out on their own, just because, it's kind of a meme, really. There's no, in-depth, oh, this is the day, Marco Pierre Wright was born or anything. It's basically just, a meme, really. And maybe I'll disclose it later on, but I think it's kind of fun to just throw it out there. It is chef/culinary related, and it's actually kind of obvious if you think about famous birthdays and famous chefs. There's your hint. Okay, so my job, I am a demi-chef de partie. Now, what the heck does that mean? Well, there are many roles in the kitchen, and it's not just, hey, I'm a chef. I'm a chef too. There's different tasks you have to do. There's, dishwashers and everything. And a chef de partie is basically someone who does anything in the kitchen, but they usually are assigned to one station. So they're like, yeah, I have to cook this sort of meal, and that's it. But I have to do it really well, and I have to be flexible. And so maybe this guy needs help filleting a fish, and so I got to go over there and help them fillet a fish or whatever. But that's the chef de partie. The demi-chef de partie is someone under the chef de partie. So basically, I have to learn from a chef de partie the hard way, through experience and everything like that. And I don't really have much power in the kitchen. I'm sort of the backup. But that's kind of where I like it. There's not a lot of stress of having to cook all these meals. Oh, by the way, if I mute my microphone, it's because I'm coughing. I have a cough right now, and I had a cough drop before the stream. So hold on for a moment. Much better. Okay. So yes, that is my job in the kitchen. Hopefully, I will get promoted to sous chef. I think that would be kind of fun. Maybe later on in the years once I hone my cooking abilities and don't just make pasta every night just because it's easy. And it is easy. Okay. Languages. Obviously, I speak English pretty well, I might add. I have a very verbose vocabulary. Do I really have to mess up talking when praising my vocabulary? Anyway, yes, I speak English, main language. That's basically all I'll be speaking. But I do know a petite amount of French. I think that's correct. I listen. All right. I like French as a language. I may have forget a lot of French, but I still know a lot of decent French. Could maybe have a conversation a little bit with someone. I do like reading French, like trying to figure out what everything says. Um, I don't know if that's intuitive, but it's something I like to do. Um, and I do hope to learn more French, just because I really like some of the language, and it's obviously I'm very French based as a character. Um, speaking of based, no. Speaking of being French, my backstory is right here on this napkin that I jotted down. Kind of messy. Don't worry about it. I'm not. Maybe I will read it word for word. Abandoned in an alley as a baby, I grew up on my own in the streets of Paris. Scavenging for food and trying to find myself one day, I got caught up digging through the trash of a world-famous restaurant. Instead of scolding me, the chef let me into his office and fed me. It was then that I watched the professional kitchen at work and that my dream of being a chef sprouted. After practicing and studying, as well as begging, I was finally given the opportunity to work in the kitchen. With a newfound home, I discovered something called the internet, which is what I'm on right now. Hopefully my internet does not go out. I never know, or you never know what internet does. It's a cruel beast. Okay, where was I? Yes, a place where I could share all kinds of recipes and also learn so many new ones. I do like teaching and learning about food. I think it's kind of fun. I watch a lot of like YouTube food videos just because, you know, it's just nice to learn. And here I am to educate, make new friends. I hope to make new friends. You know, I'm kind of busy, but, you know, one day hope to do some collabs with other VTubers, you know? And most importantly, entertain. I am going to be gaming a lot. I do like video games. I love video games. And I'm decent at video games. And so hopefully I'm able to entertain at least some people, you know? At least myself. I find myself entertaining sometimes, even with my terrible jokes. Okay. That's the first course. Appetizers. I think next is second course. Here's some of my favorites of stuff. Favorite color, turquoise. I really like the color turquoise. I guess people are just like, hey, that's blue. But, you know, I like to be different. Favorite food? I like chicken quesadillas. They're like the perfect food. It's carbs with cheese and protein. Basically all you need. It's portable. It's got a lot of variability. You can dip it in anything. Salsa, hot sauce. My go-to hot sauce. I think it's called El Yucateco. It's pretty spicy, but, you know, what is life if not spicy? Sorry, I don't know. And then dessert-wise, lemon biscotti. So biscotti is sort of twice-baked cookie sort of deal. I think it's almond flavored as a base, but I like lemon biscottis. I remember the first time I made one, I tasted it and it was like the best thing I ever ate, and I think still is the best thing I ever ate, and I want to recreate that experience in the future. So yeah, lemon biscotti, sweet cookie sort of deal, and also it has like lemon glaze on it, which I really enjoy. Man, this mouth tracking is not, you know. Should I lower my mic? I'm worried people can't hear me, but you know, I might just switch to audio based sync, just because it's kind of bothering me. One moment. Wrong screen. Do, do. Okay. Are we back? I don't know. Okay, that does not look great, but you know, we're just gonna deal with it. I'll fix it tomorrow. You know? Not like my model is really important right now, as it's like second biggest thing on screen. You know? Okay, where was I? Biscotti. Try some biscotti. Try homemade if you want. Oh yeah. I'm just Scruffy. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Really appreciate it. I do have a follower goal on the right. I want to get affiliate just because, you know, I'll talk about that later with my goals. Now on to the real meat of the second course. My favorite chefs. I do love chef videos, chef like TV shows and everything. And, you know, there's a lot of interesting personalities. Hold on a moment. Let me cough. Okay, I'm back. So some celebrity chefs of note. Aaron Sanchez. I forgot the accent on the O. I really like him. He's a Mexican chef. He does a lot of great Mexican food and stuff like that. And also, he's one of the few people that can go toe to toe with Gordon Ramsay in terms of like insults and everything, like jest and stuff like that. If you watch a video, there's a video of him and Gordon making breakfast burritos, and he keeps up with Gordon and like really well, I think. And I think that's kind of fun. I just liked his personality. When I was younger, I think he had a show on Food Network that was Chefs versus City, and I really loved that show. It's a shame it's gone, but basically the two professional chefs versus two local chefs, I think. Maybe. Or maybe it was two professional chefs competing, but they had to. It's basically like the Amazing Race, where they go around the city and do different cooking tasks. And it was just incredibly entertaining. I really loved it. Like, there's a reason the Amazing Race is like still airing. It's because it's such an interesting show, and I think Chefs vs. City was gone before it could have really taken off, I guess. Okay, Alton Brown. I really love Alton Brown. He's the guy from Good Eats and also Cutthroat Kitchen, I believe. Good Eats is just a really good cooking show, like one of the best cooking shows, just because it's so educational and entertaining. And Alton Brown is an entertaining guy. It reminds me of a lot of like Good Eats reminds me of like Bill Nye the Science Guy sort of thing, in terms of like fun, educational sort of thing. And I haven't watched Cutthroat Kitchen a lot. I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous at some point. At some points, like people making spatulas out of like tinfoil and stuff like that. But you know, it's reality TV cooking shows. They're hit or miss. Alright, Duff Goldman. I know him from Ace of Cakes, which is another cooking show that was on Food Network, I think. Maybe. But I really liked it. He's sort of just a cool guy, like a rock star kind of guy. And made like, it's like the show was about like making big cakes and everything like that. I liked it. And then, of course, Gordon Ramsay. I like Gordon Ramsay because of the memes, really. Like, some of his cooking stuff on YouTube and stuff kind of makes me mad, but it's entertaining. Some stuff like Kitchen Nightmares YouTube channel, sort of incredible lately with the amazing thumbnails. 1 second. amazing thumbnails and titles, like when the food is okay. I'm not saying that one. Um, okay, and then internet chefs. I separated these two because I think they're very different. Um, I think TV chefs sort of like put on a lot more of a show and everything. Like there's a lot more like celebrity aspects, but I feel like internet chefs, they're sort of just like, I guess it's just internet people in general. They feel kind of closer, but that's just sort of my opinion, I guess. They feel like more genuine and stuff like that. Favorite, that brings you to my favorite chef of all time, J. Kenji Lopez Alt. His YouTube channel is incredible. If you're like me and you hate when you go to like a recipe page and like it starts out a story of like, when I was young, my mother used to pick grapefruits from the vine, and that led me to go to, I don't know, Brazil, and that's where I found out plantains are different from bananas and blah blah. And you're just like, please, I just want to learn how to make taquitos at 2 p.m. I don't have time to read a life story about how, you know, your life changed after you fried a plantain. But J. Kenji Lopez Alt, he just goes into it. He has a GoPro on his head and he just talks while he's doing everything. He's like, oh yeah, I'm cutting up this onion. I'm going to use this onion to saute in olive oil to bring out the flavor of the soup and everything. Um, and I just really like it. And also, he's not one of like pretentious sort of chefs like Gordon Ramsay. Like he gets a pretentious sometimes. He's like, oh, you can do this, blah blah blah. But Kenji, he's just like, I believe one time for pizza he used um, mozzarella sticks, like string cheese, um, for a pizza, just because he didn't have any mozzarella in his fridge, and so he just used that. And that sounds sort of like trashy and low quality, but the man's like an award-winning chef and an actual culinary genius. Like he did, anytime he cuts an onion, he reminds you of how he did research and created a 3D model of an onion to figure out the exact way to cut it so that you get an even dice and just stuff like that. I think to figure out the in and out special sauce, he like put the sauce through a strainer and counted how much relish was there, which was incredible. Um, yeah, he's my favorite or not VTuber. That'd be amazing. Chef VTuber. Who could have thought of that? Um, Second internet chef, Andrew Rea. Binging with Babish. Sure, someone's heard of him. Everyone's heard of him. He's a very big YouTube cooking channel. Um, I like his sort of just chill attitude, you know? He's got a very like monotone voice, which I sort of like I see in myself a lot. Like my voice is very monotone. Like it doesn't really go very high, but I still like, and I feel sort of self-conscious about that sometimes. But seeing like various famous people who had the same sort of deal, I kind of like, and also just like the means he goes to create accurate representations of food and TV is very admirable and dumb sometimes. Like when he put like hot sauce on a burrito that otherwise would have been absolutely delicious. He kind of like destroyed it with like the hottest hot sauce in the world because he wanted to make it very accurate, you know? And I admire that, you know. And finally, Claire Saffitz, she was on Bon Appetit, the YouTube channel. She did Gourmet Makes and everything like that. She's very, I really like her like jaded attitude, I guess. But she's very intelligent. I guess I like smart people, smart chefs, I guess. Well, every chef is smart, I guess. Um, and then, yeah, I don't think she's at Bon Appetit anymore, but I really like Gourmet Mix and stuff like that. Hello, Krishna. You ask who's got the Astley paradox? You know, I've heard that before. The thing is, who has a DVD of Up anymore? Just stream it on Disney. Wonder what he'd say to that. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hearing me talk about chefs for probably too long. Oh well. Well, I had nothing planned other than intros, so I guess it's been 20 minutes. So I think I'm making good time to make a stream that isn't too long. Okay. There I am about chefs. Let's see. Next page. More favorites. I like food and cooking. Duh. I'm chef. Um, I also love learning just about anything, you know. Um, oh yeah, and thank you for the follow, Krista. And Shiawa Sim, thank you. Food, I like food. I like learning. I like learning not just about food, but basically like really anything. Um, like science stuff. I like learning. I like geography and like volcanoes and like composite volcanoes and everything like that. Like shield volcanoes. Like there's more than one type of volcano, other than like I don't know, third grade baking soda volcano. Wow, what a tangent. And warmth. I like warmth. I don't like the cold. Um, there was a time when the heater broke in my house when it was very cold outside, and I only had a space heater, so I basically lived next to it, and I love the feeling of the warmth. I think if I could just live in a cold house with just a space heater, I'd prefer that, but that would be actually insanity. So I won't do that, but the dream is there. What if you made food that looks like a volcano? Dude, that's a pretty good idea. I think there's like lava cakes and stuff like that. I don't really like lava cakes. They make me uncomfortable. They're like I don't know. They feel too rich and like raw and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just me. Yeah. They it's almost like a sin to eat them. Oh, lactose? Yeah. That's although from my experience with lactose intolerant people, it's sort of just like, yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll eat a block of cheese and so the consequences, it's worth it. That's the impression I get from a lot of people, but you know, yep. Okay. Dislikes loud neighbors. Um, I do have very loud neighbors sometimes. It's not something I can control. So if I um, mute randomly or have to delay a stream because of the loud neighbors, I apologize. But hopefully that doesn't happen too much. Um, Thunderstorms. I don't like thunderstorms at all. Um, Maybe it's living in the street. They scare me, but now they still scare me just because they're so loud. Like whenever I see a lightning bolt in the air, I'm just like, oh god, brace for impact. And then it shakes the house, and then I get scared. I just don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I just don't like rain in general. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like the sound of rain in the outside when I'm in bed. I don't like that at all. I like birds and the sun shining. But you know, and finally, raw tomatoes. You know, it's an antiquated thing. Um, I love ketchup. I love marinara sauce. I love tomatoes in all forms, but for some reason, texturally, raw tomatoes, I just can't deal with them. They they're like mushy at sometimes, and like maybe I just never had a good tomato. You know, I just need to get good tomatoes. Pro tip: if you're looking to buy tomatoes out of season, I learned this from J. Kenji Lopez Alt. Um, get cherry tomatoes, because regular tomatoes you have to pick them when they're like barely even ripe, so that they survive shipping. But cherry tomatoes, and while they're shipping, like because they're big and they're stacked and everything, they tend to get mushy just because of the weight of everything. But cherry tomatoes are so light and they have less like room to lay on that they don't lose any texture or anything like that. So, pro tip, chef tip: buy cherry tomatoes when tomatoes are out of season. That's one of many chef tips I shall give over my career. One moment. Okay. Fears. I have thalassophobia, and that is the fear of open water, ocean, anything. I bring this up because in 2 days, I will be playing Subnautica Below Zero, which is a game that takes place in the ocean. And I hate the ocean. I played the first Subnautica and I managed to get through it, but that was after like looking at the wiki. Because one of the things about thalassophobia is like it's basically the fear of the unknown and stuff like that, like and like feeling helpless. Are you afraid of Gura the shark VTuber? Absolutely terrified. Whenever she says I run in fear. That was a bad joke. No, I like Gura. She's great. Yeah, Subnautica, like thalassophobia is the fear of the unknown. So basically, what I had to do for Subnautica is I had to explore a little, and then go to the wiki and find out if there are like Reaper Leviathans in the area I was exploring, just so I was prepared. Just because it's like it gets bad. Like I still know like everything about the game, the original game. Like I know where Reapers are and everything, but still, if I'm like using my sea moth and just going through bare water, I still have to like close my eyes because it scares me. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a fear. It's irrational. Hopefully you'll see it in action when I play Below Zero. You'll get to see me scared, which I don't really get like scared by video games much. But still, I like video games, horror video games. So I think it should be fine, I guess. Hobbies, gaming. We all love gaming. Excuse me. Okay. Drawing. In case you can't tell, I drew myself. After a lot of practice, over a couple months, I've done a lot of drawing, practiced a lot of drawing, learned a lot of drawing, and I'm really proud of my progress. Like I have files back in like December of last year of me trying to draw, and it just looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, I drew my model. It was quite the process. I also rigged it, which is why it kind of looks janky, just because I don't have a lot of experience. I'm gonna work on a new improvements in the coming months. But yeah, I'm gonna practice drawing. In the future, I'm gonna draw fan art. I'm gonna draw myself, I guess. I'm gonna draw other VTubers and everything like that. Just to learn, because a lot of it's just practice. I know like everyone says that, but it's genuinely practice. Like if I could show you the drawings I drew before, it'd be awful. But just drawing the same thing over and over again eventually led me to this. So I'm happy with that. Video editing. I love video editing. I love Adobe After Effects and all the stuff you can do with that. I'm going to be editing videos and uploading them to my YouTube channel, including this stream. So in case anyone misses this stream, I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. I also have a TikTok. I have no idea what to do with the TikTok, but I just made it so I can have another place to share my videos and quick clips and stuff like that. Making music, as you can hear, if I turn this up, I made this BGM myself. It was very difficult to do while also learning how to rig, learning how to write music. It's still kind of scuffed just because I used a free music making software and I only had like 2 instruments and I don't have a lot of experience with that sort of stuff, but I think it worked out decently well. I'm gonna tweak it probably like tonight just so I can have something, but I really like making music and learning about music. Obviously, when I talked about learning, I like learning music. I watch a lot of music tutorials just in my pastime just to learn. Yeah, and cooking. I already addressed that. I like cooking. Go-to meal, chicken quesadillas. Easy, simple, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. Okay, that's enough of that. Next page. Favorite interests, games, everything like that. Favorite games. They vary in genre a lot. I like a lot of games. I play every type of game there is. Favorite game of all time, Bloodborne. Best in the Soul series. Just had chicken quesadilla last night. Bro, that's sick. I love chicken quesadillas. And the good thing is, like, tortillas, the best carb. I said it. Better than bread, better than rice. Maybe not better than pasta. But still, they're just so versatile, man. You can make a wrap, you can make tortilla chips, you can do anything with it. Anyway, Bloodborne, best Souls series game. Very fluid combat. I love it so much. I have not played the DLC. One day in the future, I might play the DLC on stream, but I do not have access to the console required to play Bloodborne right now, so who knows. Another game, Enter the Gungeon. I love Enter the Gungeon. It's a roguelite, like Binding of Isaac kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. You go through floors, use guns. I love it a lot. So many hours in it. XCOM 2. I love XCOM 2. I love like the alien design in XCOM. Like you really get a sense of like aliens do this because reasons, like this vipers, or the thin men are vipers, and they have like in the first game you don't even see the vipers, and the vipers are barely even mentioned, and in the second game you see the vipers, and like in the second game, like the main guy on the broadcast is a thin man and stuff like that, and just like seeing the progression of just from XCOM 1 to XCOM 2 I really enjoy. And I love XCOM 2's like combat system, even if I miss a 90% shot on someone 5 feet away. Okay. And Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2, I really like the gunplay in the game and like the skills in that game. I like it a lot. You know, some of the humor, not for me. Sometimes it can get a bit ridiculous, but I guess that's the charm of it. I have not played Borderlands 3 yet. I would like to play it on stream in the future. But yeah, I don't know. I want to play as the dude with the animals. Prosy D, Sung Wancho. Great guy. Funny skits. Okay. Anime. I don't watch a lot of anime, I guess. But I do really enjoy anime. Favorite anime? A Certain Scientific Railgun. It's a spin-off series of another series thing called A Certain Magical Index. And I think Railgun is the first instance, or I think it's an example of a spin-off show being better than the main show. I just like a lot of the characters and plot points of Railgun as opposed to Index. And I think a lot of the problems with Railgun come from the fact that it's a spin-off and can't really do much when compared to the main story. I also like Konosuba. It's very, very funny. I like just everything about it, really. It's like such a different sort of comedy from other comedy animes, I guess, in some aspects. Some aspects it's sort of the same comedy-wise, which, you know, to each their own. Little Witch Academia, I like it. It's cute, you know? And also, like, it's very interesting, like, the way characters progress in that show. Yeah, I could talk about each and everything on this list for, like, 20 minutes each, just because I talk a lot. I could talk a lot, which I think will be good for the future. And Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone because I like learning. And I like science and stuff like that. Photoshop the main character holding a Windex bottle and call it a certain magical Windex. I make dad jokes all the time, just a heads up. That is incredible. Can you send me that? I would love it. I'm a very big fan of puns and dad jokes. They are great. I think people say it's lazy comedy, and I say it's not lazy because you literally have to come up with the idea. You can't just be like, We have to come up with a connection of index and windex. Oh, you lost file? That's fine. I'll make it myself. But it's great. I like it. Oh yeah, Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone. I love science. As well as cooking. But you know, cooking is a science, you know. You throw out terms like emulsion, Maillard process, everything like that. People go, what? And I go, yeah, you really don't need to know it. Music. I love Ruby music. Ruby is a show, an internet show. I just love the music in it. Like, people criticize the show, and that's one thing, but I think the music is separately like its own thing that works incredibly well. And I just love some of the music and like the different sort of genres they have. They got like rock, and like pop and like disco and like acoustic and so much. It's great. I love it. Carico or Benito, you may know them from the Flamingo song. I'm not singing it, but it's the video of the cartoon flamingo dancing with shrimp and everything. And also Bug Snacks, the theme for Bug Snacks. And I think they're a very interesting band because they do very different music genres with albums. Like the first album, sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. There's an Anthony Fantano video on it, probably. It's like chip tunes or whatever, video game music, I think. And then next one's like sort of bubblegum pop music, and then next album's like noise rock, which is very interesting to me. Some of the noise rock stuff, you know, it's not for me, but I appreciate the effort and the trying to do something new. And yeah. And then Men at Work. So, as you could probably tell by a lot of these selections, I have a very wide liking of genres, of many things. I don't really stick to one genre in a lot of stuff. So like, we have music from a internet show. We have a British pop punk or bubblegum pop band, and then Men at Work are the band that made Down Under, the song about Australia. Come from a land down under, where women go and men plunder. Actually, that song is good, overrated. But their best song, in my opinion, is Who Can It Be Now? Just the sax in that song, ooh, incredible. But yeah, so like, very different genres here. Okay. Next page, I talked a lot about stuff. This is what I was talking about. I talk a lot. Goals. These are important for me, I guess. Become affiliate. That's, I guess, sort of comes with the territory of being a streamer. First road to affiliate, then to partner and everything. But I just I feel like if I get affiliate, I can say at least I did something, you know? All this work wasn't for nothing. And re-debut with the new model. Like I said, this is my first iteration of my model. I did this over a course of like 2 weeks, having never done anything like this before. But I still think there's a lot of stuff I want to improve. Like the main reason I have this spot on my head is because, I don't know, I'm still learning how to draw hair. Like my hair is but you know, I think it came out pretty well. I gotta do stuff about my lower body, just because right now I'm just sort of stiff and a lot really 2D. But I'm gonna get to work on this model very quickly. And it's gonna be an ongoing project, but this is the model I'm gonna be using for a while. So get used to it. My eye tracking is not good still. Learn more French and Japanese. So, like I said, I know a little bit of French. I would like to know more French, just because I like the language and stuff like that. And also Japanese. You know, there's an obvious reason to learn Japanese. I want to watch Japanese content. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. Then I was kind of nervous how this would go, and I think it's going really well. You being here helps a lot. Okay. Japanese, yes. I would like to learn Japanese. It's going to be very difficult to do. But, you know, it's one of the things I want to do. It's a challenge, you know? I know it seems it's going to be difficult to try and learn two languages simultaneously while also learning how to draw, learning how to rig, learning how to stream. But it's a challenge that I wanted to give myself because I don't really challenge myself a lot, and I think it's something that I'm passionate about. And so, yeah, I could speak French. Oh yeah, I want to do a stream where I play Minecraft in French. Speaking of French, just because I don't know, I think it'd be funny. More about the Minecraft thing. I haven't played Minecraft in like 8 years, and I would like to, for my first ever Minecraft stream, do a hardcore playthrough, just because I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Of after never playing for 8 years, trying to do a hardcore playthrough, or if you die, you delete the world. Yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad, just because I've still watched a lot of Minecraft. I know a lot about Minecraft, but I've never played it for so long. So it should be an entertaining stream, or streams. Hopefully, streams. Hopefully, I don't die from a creeper with a shield, but not using it. Yeah, I did a stream like that, lost within 30 minutes. You know, we all go at our own pace. I played Apex for the first time and missed every shot because, you know, I wasn't used to it. Doesn't matter how much Apex you watch, you still gotta learn the hard way. But I am gonna play Apex next week, I think. Once I got used to Apex, I think I'm kind of decent. I don't know. I'm still learning stuff, but I don't know. I like Apex. There's not a lot of good battle royales, or I guess there's not a lot of battle royales that really cater to what I want. I think Apex is sort of the closest, so I think that would be my main one. Long term, so these first goals were hopefully to do within this year, or like kind of halfway through the year. So I kind of wanted to have some of this done by the end of the year, just because you gotta have goals, you know. If you don't have goals, then it can be hard to sort of go forward and find a purpose. But I think goals like this are very nice. Long term, these are next year, maybe in the year after. Do you do commissions? No, I don't. Basically because I'm not as confident in my art skills as I would need to be to open commissions like this stuff you're seeing right now. It took like months of practice to just do this. And I think like I still have a lot of problems with my art, and I'm gonna improve that. And once I find an improvement that I think I'm worthy of rigging or just drawing, I guess, maybe I'll open up commissions. Who designed your background? I did. So everything you see on this stream, I made. Nothing is commissioned or anything like that. It was fun, but also sort of tiring. But I think it came out great. I think that's impressive. Yeah. It was one of the things I wanted to establish. I wanted to sort of do everything on my own, just because, for one, like budget. Like I didn't want to spend. I already spent a lot of money to like start streaming. Like I had to get a PC and everything like that. And so I just didn't want to also have to pay for something that I think I could do. Like I knew I could do. I have some experience with design and stuff like that, and so it's something I think a lot of people should um, know is like you can do a lot of stuff with YouTube. Like I learned so much from YouTube tutorials that it's actually like incredible. Like I learned music through YouTube tutorials. I learned how to draw this through YouTube tutorials. I learned how to rig through YouTube tutorials. Um, how much money is the Live 2D program? See, that's what you're using. Yeah. So there's a free trial period of like 42 days, um, which I used. Like it's still like I still have it going. I think it's sort of expensive for the subscription, like $20 a month. I actually don't think I don't know if that's true. I'm just doing stuff. I think yeah, I don't know. I don't remember how much it is. I sort the reason why this rigging is sort of rushed and everything is because I knew that free trial period was going to end. But there is a free version of Live 2D, and there are many VTubers who use the free version for their rigging, and their rigging might even just look better than mine. Honestly, it's gonna happen after trial. Will you Nope, I don't think so. I believe as long as you have the file, I believe you can use it with your things. I don't know for sure. I just assume so. If it does, I'm gonna I'm gonna have a problem. I'll have to pay, but if it does take away, I can just take my model and rig it using the free version. I still don't know the specifics of the differences between the free version and the paid version in terms of, I think you have like a certain set of parameters you can do. Parameters are basically like you can move your head and then it'll move like left, right, something like that. Hope you don't get that. Yeah, you know, it won't be that big of a deal if I get Thanos snapped. If I might buy a subscription just because if I get good enough with rigging, I might open up commissions, just you know, as a revenue source if I need. But that would obviously require practice with rigging. But I think it's something I could do. Okay, back to goals. Oh boy. So release a cover of Le Festin, which is the song from Ratatouille. It's not the TikTok version where they go like where they just speak gibberish. Although I do love that version, and it kind of ruined the original song for me. But the original song, I really love that song. I love the movie Ratatouille. You can tell by the fact that French and chef is my main thing. I assume your pronouns are he, him, right? Sorry for yeah, that's fine. Yep, he, him. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Le Festin. Yeah, my singing is not good. Like it's literally my worst like skill. Like it's like design, editing / drawing, and below that rigging is a lot further down, and then singing is like at the Marianas Trench, the lowest possible. And slightly above that is rapping. But I really want to get better singing because I really want to be able to sing. It's something I need to work on a lot. But you know, and it's kind of really hard to do with YouTube tutorials because everything else you can just like, oh, they did this, they added this to that. Okay, I could do that. But singing is just like, hey, sing with your diaphragm, and you're like, how do you do that? And they're just like, just do it. And oh, thanks, very helpful. No. But even if I can't sing, I am really interested in music. So I want to release an original song. Maybe I'll sing in it. Maybe it'll just be like instrumental. But I want to release it with a music video. So one of the things I also want to learn about is animation, which I can do very, very simple animation. There's an animation for my start screen, which was sort of fun to do, but obviously very small in scale, and not like, I don't know, 2 others I watched live. You can, yeah, that's tough, but you can go. I probably won't. There's another page after this, and I could probably won't talk that much longer. It's been like, oh my gosh, it's almost been an hour. See, this is what I'm talking about. I could talk a lot. Oh my gosh, I just realized I never explained the Shio Shu part of my name. Hold on. Rewind. Okay. I talked about Uriel, means gold. Shio Shu is an amalgamation of 2 French words. So Shio, it's not spelled like this, it's Chiot, and it's the French word for puppy. And so Shien is dog and Shio is puppy. And as you can see, puppy. I rigged my ears to wiggle when I blink, but it's so subtle that you can't really tell. It's there. So Shio, puppy, and then the French word chouit, something like that, is the onomatopoeia for like be quiet. So it's kind of like shush. And so I think it's spelled Chut, but I just made it Shu. And so my name kind of translates to hush puppy, which I thought was cute and fun. And also sort of it works because I talk a lot and people need to tell me to shut up. But I'm also quiet, and so it's kind of 2 opposing aspects of me. I think, like, in social situations, I'm pretty quiet, but if it's just me here, I'm pretty good at it. But again, I don't know. I've never done the collab or anything, so I don't really know how good my social skills are when it comes to streaming. But, you know, hopefully we'll learn. So yeah, that is the Shioshu Hush Puppy. I like it. Okay, back to... Oh yeah, and then the final long-term goal, get partnered. You know, that's just a given. I'd love to get partnered. I think streaming is a dream that a lot of people have, and it's a dream I have. I think VTubing is a way for me to reach that dream. Just because, you know, regular streaming, it's hard to find yourself and stand out. And I think while VTubing is kind of niche right now, I think just having something to set yourself out from the rest is very nice. And also the anonymity is sort of fun, I guess. My name is Combo is my real name, which means happiness in the Japanese word for happiness. That's cute. I like it. It's really fun seeing what people do with their names, just because they have so much room to go with. Because it's just literally just like, you can't be like, yeah, my name's Tom, the VTuber. Like, you have such more creative freedom, just because it's like a fantasy. And there's also like language stuff. So like Shioshu, and Oriel are French, and I think it's a lot more fun to do it in another language. Maybe for French, it sort of sounds dumb, but to me, I like it. Okay, final page. Upcoming streams. So tomorrow, my first gaming stream will be Cook Serve Delicious 2, not 3, unfortunately, because I already had 2 and I want to buy 3. But you know, I've never played Cook Serve Delicious, but it seems fun. It's also cooking based. I think it'd be a good thing for chef person to have their first game stream be cooking game. Use this or cooking simulator, and I want to save cooking simulator for like a very special occasion, just because it's a lot better for funny moments and stuff like that. Although Cook Serve Delicious should be funny, just so you can see me flail at typing orders out and messing up stuff and everything like that. And then Monday we'll do Subnautica Below Zero, which I mentioned earlier, which should be both terrifying and awesome. I'm dreading and excited for. One moment. Yeah, okay. So yes, that is the 2 streams coming up. That's what I have right now. I'll obviously update more later. I think next week I'm probably gonna stream Apex. I might play Smite, which is a MOBA. And then, yeah, I think that's whatever right now. I'll obviously think about it more in the future, but I'm very excited to get gaming. Like, I think it could be really helpful because like I obviously had to prepare some stuff for this stream just to be able to like, I guess, have something to go off to talk about. I can talk like forever, but I think having something to talk about is a lot easier on myself. I don't have to scrounge for stuff that I usually would have to. Let me think. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I don't have. Oh yeah. So this stream is a debut stream, obviously, but it's sort of like my mini debut because I will re-debut like months and months down the line. This is going up on YouTube. I did this so people can learn about me, and I think it's gonna be really fun to do more streams in the future. Yeah. Oh yeah, and some like everything you're seeing is like pretty janky for me at least, for my standards. Everything is I just had to. I don't want to say rush. I wanted to get everything done, in a timely manner because I wanted to start streaming as soon as possible. And I think it turned out well, but I'm gonna work on like overlays and stuff like that, and help refine everything more. Just because while I think everything looks good, there's still stuff I want to do. Like my favorite thing is my transition stuff. So we can take a look at my game overlay. So like this transition, I really like. It's my cutting board. I made that myself, and I really like how it turned out. The sound effect is like gravel, just because that's what has the that's what the YouTube free like library had, and it's the closest thing I could get to work. You have a nice voice, by the way. Thank you. A lot of people compliment my voice sometimes. They think like I have a radio voice or something like that. I'm not sure how it like fits with my avatar, but it's like they say, you can't fight crime if you ain't cute. Yeah, so that was the transition. I have another transition which is still a work in progress, and it's kind of weird, but I still like it because it's kind of fun. Let's get ready for the first off, brace yourself if you're in the dark. Turn down your brightness and don't shy away from the screen. Wow. It's me hitting an egg with a frying pan. Like I said, I gotta work on that one more, but I really like just like how fun it is. Yeah. And with that, I believe I'm going to end the stream. I know it's only an hour. My usual streams will probably be like at minimum 2 hours long with gaming. I'm going to work on a stream over screen. I don't have one right now, so I'll throw it to my starting scene screen, which might confuse people, but it's only for this stream. I'm gonna work on it maybe tonight. Just have something for when I end stream. Can I suggest a raid? Sure. I don't know how to raid yet. I'm pretty sure it's very easy. So just suggest it, and I'll try. Mm, God, how does this work? Massa Lucci. Is that their Twitch name? Like, is it spelled exactly like that? Okay. Bear with me. How do I? Okay. It's very embarrassing, but I will Google how to use put slash raid. Oh, the wonders of technology. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate the conversation and being in chat. It really helped, especially for a first stream. Um, thank you for being very supportive. It really means a lot. Yeah, I guess I will see everyone tomorrow. Bye bye.